Hey gang, Mark here on the road again. This time I'm headed to a location in the Metroplex again, which I always seem to go to. A lot of work here. But today's video I'm going to be talking about the Michael Force's business Digital Altitude, Aspire and all that jazz. And it's been shut down by the FTC. Now, before everybody gets in a tiz about, I told you so about big ticket items and all that, from what I've read in the complaint, they tag a very specific line that apparently people in Digital Altitude were using to coax people into joining their opportunity. And that was that they could develop a six-figure income in 90 days. And they apparently did not have enough disclaimers there suggesting that that was a possibility and not a probability. It sounds like some of the coaches or even the company itself promoted that as a hard fact, that you could, but you would generate a six-figure income inside of 90 days or less. And a lot of people know how I feel about scam, things that are called scams. I don't necessarily think everything's a scam. I did a review here sometime back about the Digital Altitude program, and I liked the way that it was structured. I went through the early phase of it. I didn't end up joining up, but I did go through the early phases of it, and I liked the way that it was set up, the way that it was, like I said, that it was very structured. Never once did I think that no matter what, in 90 days I would be generating, a six-figure income. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. But many of you know that the work from home business niche is one of the most complex and one of the most difficult niches to really generate a livable income from. A lot of that has to do with the fact that there are so many of these promises made to people, and when people find out that there's actual work involved, that you're actually developing a business, that you're having to do all the hard work that you would have to do if you were selling anything else, then people, the attrition rate just goes through the roof. I mean, I think there's like a 98% attrition rate in the work from home biz sector. And I've always made my money back no matter what the program was, but I have stuck with very few of those programs. And the reason why, guys, I mean, I'll just tell you what the deal is it is just too damn hard. I mean, that's what it is. And what I mean by that is it's easier, in my opinion, it's easier to sell a product, easier to find people that are looking for these niche items, no matter what it is. You can go to wedding niches, you can go to parenting niches, you can go to camping. Camping's very competitive, but still, you know that you have a targeted audience out there. You know that you have a large audience of people out there that are looking for some of these things. Collectibles, just any type of collectibles. I still have a idea for a store for dolls, and the reason why dolls is because I have 4 daughters, and so that was a big part of my life, with the kids growing up and whatnot. So, fishing niches, hunting niches. There's all kinds of outdoor things that you can get involved in. Sewing, knitting, cross stitch, all of this stuff. Excuse me, different crafting niches, woodworking. I mean, there's tons of things. Do it yourself. Tons of things out there, and almost anything you can find some sort of niche and some sort of audience that you can sell something to, and it's a lot easier to spend a little bit of time finding a niche that you're interested in, that you like. It could be RC airplanes or boats or toys or whatever that's remote controlled, or even actual flying. There's so many things out there, guys, that you can be a part of that are actually easier in some ways. It's probably harder to get everything together. Maybe a little bit harder to set up a store, but there are so many programs out there. There's so many videos out there, and I mean free videos showing you how to set up a Shopify store, how to integrate your credit card processing into that store, or integrate PayPal or whatever it may be. And so I guess before you really jump into making money from home or whatever it may be using the internet, you probably want to really assess what your goals are, and if they sound, if these internet marketers are making these promises, that you're going to be a 6-figure earner within 90 days, which is possible. I'm not saying it's not. But the likelihood of that, guys, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the program that people are using to develop these incomes with doesn't mean that the program's a lie. It simply means that it's not likely that that's what's going to happen. And it's more likely that you're going to fail. I've just got to be honest about that. So, if I were starting out with nothing, if I was, just starting the process of investigating what, ways to generate income online, I would probably look first at what I do for a living. Like me, I can go into a plumbing niche, and I'm sure there's several things that I could sell. Or I could go into some of the hobby stuff that I like to do, flying or camping or hunting or whatever it may be. Typically camping and hiking for me. But it would probably just be a better idea to go out there and find out something that you already not necessarily have a passion for, but certainly have a strong interest in. And then find some drop shippers or find some people that can supply product to you. You don't have to necessarily develop your own products. There's other things that I'm doing as well. I make industrial style lamps and industrial style furniture, and I don't have as much time to deal with that as what I would like to, but eventually I will turn that into a viable business that that I'll probably generate a lot of income with. And but it doesn't come without work, guys. Everything that you do, and I don't care what it is, is going to require a lot of effort on your part. You're going to have to push it. You're going to have to, you're going to have to be strong in your self-promotion. And there are going to be days when it just does not work out. There are going to be days where you just wonder if it's all worth it or not. And, you've got to have something that pushes you past those rough spots, those rough patches. And for me, it's a lot of it just has to do with doing things that I enjoy doing in the first place. If you do that, then it's not so much work anyway, is it? So, but then again, don't get so busy trying to make a living that you forget to make a life. Okay? So, hey, if you want to hear more pearls of wisdom from myself and whatnot, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. The channel's been evolving for a while, and with this Digital Aspire thing that's going on, I'm getting real reluctant about promoting certain programs. I'm probably going to back off of just about everything and just go back into my e-commerce stuff, which I've been talking about e-commerce for a little while now. And there's a lot of things to that, a lot of ways to advertise e-commerce. It's like advertising anything else. It's just a different vehicle. Your real estate is in the virtual world, but I'll make videos on that, guys, and show you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And then we'll go from there. You never know what's going to happen on this channel. So, guys, take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you at the top.